King Medic, turn me up.
About social issues without the liberal lapdogs shutting down the discussion. Broadcasting from the American Truth Project Studios in beautiful Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. This is Conservative Nation with your host, Jermain Botsio.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of Conservative Nation, Double Barrel J's edition with me, your gracious host, Jermain Botsio, and my good friend, Mind of Jamal, brother from down under. How are you doing?
I'm doing good here in the good old South. I wish I was in Dixie. Hooray, hooray. I'm actually doing good, Jermain. How's everything going your way?
Oh yeah, everything's going pretty well. I'm dealing with a lot of mosquitoes. It's mosquito season. Yeah.
Best thing you can do.
Me and my son, we've been putting cutter in the backyard, trying to kill all those mosquitoes, pesticides, trying to get rid of the wasps. Let me tell you something. Being real countrymen, let me tell you. Very, 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 very good. Besides that, weather's been okay. We've had crazy time here in Minnesota, especially when it comes down to the politics. Let me tell you something. Taxes are up 30%. Oh yeah. I want folks to know taxes is up and ain't good. The taxes to pay for illegals. That's exactly what it is. But, what can I say? I'm alive and I'm well. Absolutely. And I'm hoping everybody in the crowd is alive and well as well. Make sure you
I
guys
hope
do
y'all ain't
me a
watching us
favor.
dead.
You hit that like button. Make sure you shut. Go ahead, brother. My bad for cutting y'all.
Now, so I hope nobody ain't watching us dead, because if you is, oh Lord, Jamal, we were dead, but we watching you as we die. Oh no,
Yeah.
don't.
You know how the internet is nowadays. When folks are getting robbed, they pull out their gosh darn phone. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, you get into an accident, you're pulling out your phone.
Post it.
So, they going to do it in all sorts of crazy positions. Let me tell you. One thing I can tell you about the news cycle, it is absolutely wild. All right? Especially when it comes down to this Epstein stuff. You get what I'm saying? This Epstein stuff, let me tell you something. I thought it would already go away by now. You get what I'm saying, Jamal? I thought it would be, chewed under the rug. But let me tell you something. There ain't no shooing with this one. Ain't no shooing. Folks ain't going to let this go for some reason. You get what I'm saying?
You know what?
And Trump today basically made some folks mad. I was getting hit up right and left. I can't believe Trump did that. That's what they were doing. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about that before we begin here, sir?
I'm going to tell you right now, these are the people that's going to hand the Democrat Party the midterms, and then they're going to be sitting here crying about what the Democrat Party's doing. These are the people that's going to sit here, and they're going to be so busy focused on this Jeffrey Epstein crap. And what's going to end up happening, everything Donald Trump is doing is being overshadowed by this. And this
Yup. I literally just said this.
Because now everything he's doing is being overshadowed. Why? Because the Democrat Party and those never Trumpers have been trying and waiting to find something to separate or cause division in the President Trump's and the base relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Democrats had the thing for 4 years, didn't want to talk about it. You got Democrats that are running on, they're going to release the Epstein file, and not one Republican have said on air with them, Biden was president, why didn't he release it? Oh, because Democrats called it a hoax. Democrats laughed at us in 2023 and 2024 over the Epstein stuff. And now they see they got some people that, oh my God, I can't believe that Jeffrey Epstein, got to be something there. It got to be something there. And they going to hand the Democrat Party the midterms, and they going to say, what happened? Why the judges and everything turning? That's what's gonna happen.
I can tell you it's gonna be quite wild. All I know is that there's some there. I feel like there's some there. I feel like there's some there. But he said he ain't gonna go after it. He ain't gonna do whatever the case is. I got people hitting me up saying, Jermain, he's paying 80D chess, 60D chess, Jermain. Trust the process, Jermain. All sorts of stuff. I don't even know what type of chess game that is. But one thing I can tell you, the chess game that I'm seeing is the gosh darn ain't no Jeffrey Epstein. That's the chess game I'm seeing. Ain't no Jeffrey Epstein file. Ain't no Jeffrey Epstein investigation. And Ghislaine Maxwell, there's something going on there. They ain't going to speak about her. But besides that, brother, let's go ahead and begin. We got all these beautiful folks here waiting on the show. And let me tell you something. They absolutely beautiful. Absolutely. Brother, I'm ready to flame. Look at my lips. It's been ready. You get what I'm saying? It's been ready and waiting.
I'm ready to fly.
Absolutely.
God, I love doing that.
Absolutely.
Love doing that.
Make
I don't
sure.
know how I got that done, but I know how to do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys do your due diligence. Please, oh please, oh please. Hit that like button. Make sure you share. Don't make me pull out my virtual belt and come through this screen and spank ya. Don't you do it.
And don't do us like the chick you met when you was drunk and now you see she calling you like, hey,
Absolutely.
I ain't hearing from you. Call. Let us know. Remember, y'all, if you support us, 3, 5, that helps promote the page. Look to see how many subscribers Jermain has. Are you a subscriber to Jermain? Are you gonna be the one talking the most and giving the least? Are you? Are you gonna be the one? But Jermain ain't never called your name to say want to give a shout out and thank you for this person.
Absolutely. I want to go ahead and give a shout out to the folks on Rumble, YouTube, Facebook. Thank you for all you guys do. All right. Without further ado, let's get rocking. First one up here, ladies and gentlemen, I want to speak to you guys about the gender war. Oh, yeah, there's a gender war here in the U.S., and it's crazy. If you go on social media, let me tell you something. You're going to see nothing but videos, articles, gosh darn movies promoting, endorsing, and making sure the gender war keeps going. Let me tell you. They don't want us to get together. Divorce rate is high, and a lot of people are living in delusion. Let me tell you. A lot of people. In this newest gender war argument, let me tell you something. A lot of folks are quite disturbed.
Retarded.
Yeah, about what they're hearing, let me tell you. And it deals with women and a bear. Oh, yeah. Women and a bear. And they're asking women across the country right now, if you're in the woods, would you rather be trapped with a man or a bear? And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? Guess what? Guess what?
These idiots choosing the bear.
The bear won. Yeah, women are picking the bear. They would rather, be stuck in the woods with a bear who will claw them up and eat them like, Last Supper than with a man who will be by their side. I want you guys to take a look at this when it comes back. I want to speak about this. What the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? Here we go. Make sure you share. Hit that like button. Please, oh, please. I need your help. Here we go.
Would you rather be trapped in a forest with a black man or a bear?
Definitely a bear. I ain't going cap.
The bear.
A bear. Let's go with a bear.
Oh, a bear? I'd take my chances with the bear.
A bear. Why the bear?
Look at these generation of men.
I don't trust these men.
I ain't no telling what he'll do. I know what the bear try to do. The bear try to, grab me, and I had to beat the bear up or something. You know how they got these 100 against the gorilla? I would be one of the 100.
I don't know the black man.
At least I would know his intentions. You don't really know what a human's intentions are going to be if you're alone with him.
I don't got no answer, just the bear.
I feel like the bear wouldn't try to fuck me You know, I'd rather die than to get. You know what I'm saying?
So you see that. You see that. Right away, you're seeing that, right? Ghetto fabulous, let me tell you. All of them are tatted up, looking like moose tracks, let me tell you. It's craziness. Absolute craziness. Brother, what do you think about this?
To quote, oh God, RDJ, Robert Downey Jr., in the movie Tropic Thunder, never go full retard. Never go full retard. Whatever you do, never go full retard. These women are stupid. Dressed like whores with a bunch of weave in their head, fake eyelashes, and they talking about some they'd rather be with a bear, and that idiot talking about some I can beat the bear. If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, good, lay down. If it's white, good night. Which bear they talking about? Not Quickie Koala. A panda bear can kill you. This is just goes to show you that our women in the black community have sunk to a level of stupidity so low that nobody wants to deal with them. And they asked the question of white women before, who do you rather have, the bear or the man? The man has made the world so peaceful and gave them rights they didn't deserve. I'm sorry, this gonna make some people mad. I don't care. Very
mad.
Women should have never been told they are equal and should be on the same level field, because physically you cannot beat us. So if you can't physically beat me, you're not entitled to what I have or to be sitting equal with me. No. We are conquering people. People are conquerors. And you can't and for a woman, she need a man to prevent her from being conquered.
Mm-hmm. And I think most of them don't live in reality, Jamal. I don't think they live in reality at all. You know, no. The bear, do they know how strong a bear is? Do they know how vicious a bear is? And before I go forward, I want to go ahead here and give a shout out to somebody who donated. Shout out to Shane0316. Shout out to Shane. Let me go ahead and give you the customaries.
And I would like to thank Terry as well for the kindness and generosity and donation to the page through PayPal. Thank you, Jermain. I'm not Jermain. Thank you, Shane.
Thank you, Shane, brother from down under. And let me tell you something. I don't think they live in reality at all. No. We have made the world so nice, so tamed. We've domesticated most human beings. Let me tell you. We've made it safe in a sense where most countries are sovereign, right? There's no war. We have enlightenment. We have peace. And based upon this, reality is skewed for a lot of women. All it takes is an invasion for you to get the drift. That's it. All it takes is maybe Iran. Let's say Iran goes to war, right? They come over here and invade us. Do you know that if they go ahead and try to invade us and fight us and beat us, in a sense, guess what? You're most likely, if you're a woman, you're going to be some soldier's whore.
Yep.
You're gonna probably be, a screw bag for a while. And I want women to understand that. Back in the day, when the Gauls were running into the Roman, territories and stuff like that, you know what they were doing to the women? They were raping them. They would come, rape, and pillage. I want folks to understand that. Yeah, they would rape and pillage. They would kill your offspring. I hope women understand that. Back in the day, they would come, they would beat all your men, right? They'll kill all of them. You would say, hey, please don't kill my child, and you'll give up them cookies very quickly. Yeah, you'll give up them cookies to save your child. And pretty soon you'll be speaking whatever language you're speaking. And you'll have a different last name. That's the way the world is. Back then. Was back then, I should say. And now, because of the way men have domesticated the environment, tame the environment, you have time to sit there and worry about your nails. Yeah, you got time to put hair on top of hair. Imagine that, hair on top of hair and nails on top of nails, ladies. Right? You have time to sit back and watch, Housewives, Atlanta Housewives. Real Housewives of Atlanta. Shout out to my sons. Real Housewives of Atlanta. You're able to do all sorts of dumb stuff. Yeah. And it's because of men. It's not because of you. So, in a sense, I blame the society, and I also blame a lot of men because they are not honest. They're not honest at all. They want to make mama feel good, and they're trying to get your coochie. That's it. I'm just being honest. Most men are that weak, ladies. Yeah, ladies. I don't make this stuff up. They're that weak. Yeah, they're worrying about, your coochie and who's in there. Yeah, they want to be in there, so they'll tell you whatever. Yeah, you're just as strong as me. Oh my goodness gracious. When do your kids sleep? When can I come over? Yeah. You see how that is? Yeah, real slick. Last words on this here, brother.
You know what, Jermaine? I don't know if you were showing this when I was alive. When you was talking. You see this?
Oh,
you
yeah.
See that woman head?
Mm-hmm.
That's a bear claw. That's a grizzly bear.
Look how big that is. Damn near her whole head.
Yeah. You see that? You see that? Do you really? These women are stupid. And I was going to show the bear attacks, but I'm like, nah, because they'll probably get you flagged. But they're stupid. These people have had it so good that they live to find something to complain about. They want to see, go to Afghanistan. Matter of fact, why don't these American women who believe this crap, who want to stand up, fly your butt to Afghanistan, get off that plane, and go demand them do something. Go demand their women be allowed to uncover their faces and wear short skirts and see what happens.
Yep.
Be just like that black woman who took her butt to Russia and found out the hard way.
I'm telling you, I want men to be more honest. That's it. You know, stop making guys like me look bad. You know, guys like me, we tell the truth and then we get shouted on and called mean names. Let me tell you. And guys like you just get to skate free until later on when you're found out to be a liar. You know, that's not nice. You know, do better. Let's go ahead and move forward. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Please, oh please, oh please. We gon' definitely need your help. All right. Next one up. I want to go ahead here, ladies and gentlemen. I want to show you guys this video. And it deals with blacks and being arrested. You know, we spoke about stuff like this plenty of times on our broadcast about how, you know, a lot of black Americans in this country misbehave when it comes to law enforcement. Jamal, don't they misbehave? There's something wrong with them. Am I just making this stuff up, or am I just being critical of Blackie?
The same women who we just got finished talking about raise these problems. These single mama homes. And I don't want to hear nobody say, well, hold on, Jamal. I know somebody. My mama raised me. She was a single mother. Really? Fine.
Oh, Lord.
You think you okay, but it's like I know somebody who looked under the water and didn't realize a 12-foot great white shark was swimming under him and didn't bother him. Do you want to hop your butt in the water and try to swim with a great white and see what happens? Right. So let's not act like that it's safe and secure being a single mother raising men, because this is the product. These, they beat me. It's the product of a single mother.
Absolutely. And you can't get around that. I want to go ahead and show you guys a viral video. It deals with a Florida couple. They were detained on their property. And let me tell you something. They believe it's racist. I want to go ahead and run it. When I come back, we shall discuss it. Make sure you guys do your due diligence. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Help us out. Please, you know we need your help. We certainly do. Here we go.
A video of a Marion County Sheriff's deputy detaining a man on his property is getting hundreds of reactions on social media.
The man says he gave the deputy his ID as he was asked, and still detained and placed in the back of a patrol car. TV 20's Deja Clayton has the body camera video of the interaction and reaction from the couple.
You own this? Y'all own this property?
What you think? We here, ain't we?
That doesn't mean you own it.
We own this.
Let me see your IDs.
You need to get off our property.
Let me see your IDs.
Get off our property.
Let me see.
Navangela and Freddie Jackson say they were eating in their car on their property in Flemington when Marion County Sheriff's Deputy Riley Artman pulled up asking for their ID and if they owned the property.
Someone just pulled in and asked, what are you doing here? Then we tell you we live here.
The couple says after Freddie Jackson provided his ID with his address on it, he steps out of the car and Deputy Artman tells him to get back inside. This leads Artman to detain Jackson and place him in the back of his patrol car.
You done ran my name and my tag, knowing I stay here. This is my property. Wow. You still put me in the handcuffs in the police car.
In this body camera video, you can see Deputy Artman check the permit box on the property and later releases Jackson. Navangela believes they were racially profiled.
In my mind, you're thinking, oh, I see an old Honda 2000 Accord parked in front of a nice new construction building, and I see two black people sitting in there. They have no business there.
I reached out to the sheriff's office for comment, but they declined to talk with us. It's unclear if the deputy's actions are being reviewed to see if any policies were broken.
Jackson says they've already reached out to a lawyer and are looking to file a lawsuit. In Marion County, Deja Clayton, TV.
Bow. I want to go ahead here and give a shout out real quick to a very, very special person, Yvette Romick Spillman. You Can't Fix Stupid. Donated on our Rumble page. I want to go ahead and make sure she gets the shout out. Absolutely. Thank you very much. Brother, let me tell you something. These black folks, in a sense, regardless of what happened, they acted in a manner that was very, very respectful. You know, I didn't see them doing the normal nigga behavior. You know, the misbehaving, the jumping, like you just dropped some bananas type stuff. It looked like, you know, they have some sense about them. What do you think about this whole situation here?
It shouldn't be shocking that someone knows how to behave themselves doing something like this. It could be a misunderstanding, it could be intentional. We don't know. But they knew how to handle themselves. This shouldn't be a even topic, Jermain, that this is how it was handled with intelligence. But being that every time you turn around, it's a particular group that can't stand there and live with the police saying, let me check you, excuse me, let me check, let me find out what's going on. This particular group can't deal with someone saying, let me check you, let me get your ID. So it's newsworthy. Yesterday, 2 Negroes were stopped and the niggas act like they had some sense.
Yep.
Details at 12.
Imagine, Jamal, imagine if most black folks, when they got pulled over, they behaved in that manner. I'm telling you, Jamal, there would be no news stories, no shootings. You get what I'm saying? None of that crap. None of that crap. This is a perfect example of what to do when you get pulled over. What to do when police approach you. It's perfect example. But yet, the new generation, because of the media and the liberals, people like Jasmine Crockett, they go buck wild. You get what I'm saying? They go crazy. Absolutely crazy. So I believe that this situation here should be a shining example for the degenerates out there who don't know how to act. Now, Jamal, I have another video here. Let me tell you something. It's going to have some folks steaming. In this video, let me tell you something. You're going to see some misbehaving here. You're going to see some misbehaving. I want to go ahead and run it. When it come back, we shall discuss it. Make sure you guys do your due diligence. Hit that like button. Make sure you share. Remember, if you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, right? Absolutely. Take a look.
You gonna roll the window down?
Hey, man, how you doing? Get the wires in there,
So have him roll all the windows. Get him. Go ahead and get out, man. Do it, man. Get him out. Get him out. Door. Yeah. Tell him to get out.
You got your license on your man.
Bro, you calling people?
You gonna give him to me?
Get out the car.
Come on, get out for me, man.
Hey, get out. You roll my fingers up. Roll the window down. Get out.
Get out.
They trying to bust the window right now.
Bro, I just identify yourself up in the dang.
To the gas station. They up here harassing me right now.
Let's push it down.
They trying to push my window.
Get out. Get out. Alan, you know.
Right here on Texaco, right here on the
when he rolls my hand up in this.
They trying to get in my car right now.
Pull down on it.
They trying to get in my car right now, Mom. And they
get out of the car.
For no reason. Y'all need to come up here.
Bro, open the door.
They up here trying to get in my car, Mama.
Get out of the car.
They trying
hey,
to
you
get
gotta
in my car.
Get out of the car.
Hey, come get me.
Get out.
Come get me. They trying to beat me again. They beat me again.
There
Why
goes
y'all
the
beat me
lie.
again?
Trying to
They
beat
beat me again, Mom. Mama, they beat me.
Then it'll be I Can't Breathe. Don't you worry. That one's coming next.
Taking my seatbelt out, bro. Mom, they beating me right now.
Calling his mama.
Man, they beating me right now. Hey, somebody call the police.
That's what happened when you're raised by your mama.
Somebody call the police, man. Call the police. Quit trying to take my seatbelt off.
I'm gonna cut his seatbelt off.
No. They trying to beat me for no reason. Get out the car. You punching me. Get out the car. You did.
Get out.
Mama.
Seatbelts off. Seatbelts off. Seatbelts off.
He ripping my chain off.
Get out.
Mom. They beat me for no reason. Get out the car. I'm not getting out of this car. What y'all beat me for?
We told you to get out.
For what? You say it.
I'm telling you.
Beat me. Mama, call the police. Or call somebody. Beat me.
Ain't nobody getting you.
Beat me up.
Hold on.
They beat me up.
Get out of the car.
No.
Get out of the car.
They beat me up. Help. Help. Help.
Get it.
Back. Okay.
Put your hands on your back.
I am. One.
Put them back. Get on the ground. Put your hands on your back.
Stop beating me.
Put your hands behind your back.
Help. Help.
Hands back.
Help.
All right.
Help.
So we're going to stop it right here.
Help.
I got it.
Okay, let me
We're
go.
going to stop it right here. So the Negro is yelling help. Craziness, brother. Let me tell you, craziness. What do you think about this? So we have a Negro misbehaving, right? The newcomers would say, Jermain, you're just acting white. They would say I'm acting white by saying stuff like this. But brother, what's wrong with, handing over a license, being compliant? I mean, do you always got to call your mama when something go wrong? They got to call on mama. What do you think here, brother?
I wish they would have took electricity and put it to his nuts just to keep him screaming. So if they think they say you sound white, what you think they gonna say? This is what make people want people to be beat for. This is make people say, I wish the police would have started beating him right then and there. I mean, this is just stupid. And you know what? There should be a law that when you do that, that's considered trying to incite a riot.
Mm-hmm.
And you get automatically 2 to 3 years in prison. We need to put things in effect to where if you got that body cam on and you got someone acting like that, they go to court and they tie inciting a riot or criminal mischief with the intent to cause a riot.
Right,
that's
yeah.
a Class G felony. That's a mandatory 13 months to 24 months in prison. Let a few folks start going away for that. That behavior will stop. Because that ain't no 14, 15-year-old boy. That's no 20-year-old man. That's a grown man. That man in his 40s.
Yep.
He too old. He got being gay on his knees. He too old to be acting like that.
Jamal, but how do you, I mean, he was calling his mama. You get what I'm saying? I understand.
George Floyd.
Yeah, George Floyd. You get what I'm saying? Now, I've seen plenty of police videos where they have interactions with white people, white men, and I've never seen a white man pick up the phone and call his mama. Never, not one time. Right hand to God. Never, not one time I've watched a whole bunch of cops. You know, back in the 90s, they used to have cops, right?
Mm-hmm.
They showed mostly white folks on cops.
Yep.
Yeah, for you Negroes out there. Yeah, they showed mostly white folks on cops. I never seen a white guy say, you know, hey, mama, they got me, mama. I never hear it. Never hear it, never see it. But black Americans, absolutely. And it's because they are raised by their mama.
Yes.
That's how much your mama sets you back. For you ladies out there who say you don't need a man, right? I don't need no man, Jermain. I could protect my house all by myself. Me and my nail guard. I could do it. I know, right? And this is your son. This is your son right here. All you black women out there, this is your son. Your son ain't a man. He got to call you. And what are you going to do? What is mama going to do? Jamal, what is mama going to do when you call her? Does mama have, like, you know, some superpowers? What can mama do when the police pull you over and you call mama? What does mama do? I just want to know, because maybe I'm not black. You know, they tell me I'm not black. I know I look black, but they say I ain't black. So I want to know, Jamal, I mean, gosh darn it, is it a black thing? I mean, last words on this.
They messing with my baby. He ain't do nothing. Yeah, I'm going to the law office of ain't did nothing. That's what's going on. It is the law office of ain't did nothing. And that's what they're going to do when they call their mama, because this behavior is being rewarded. Everybody now is trying to see they were beating me to get on CNN and MSNBC, but start letting some time start flying around. Start seeing some, yo, Jermain, you heard about what happened to your boy Jamal? What happened? Man, he started acting like the police, was like, yo, mama, the police, I want my mama. Do you know they locked that bro up? Yo, he got sentenced to 14 months. For sight and ride.
Yeah, you start talking like that, boy, they gone.
Yeah. It calmed black folk down in the 90s. People can say what they want to. That 1994 crime bill calmed a lot of black folk down.
Absolutely. And one thing too, Jamal, and I want to play this quick clip here. It's the same clip that I showed before, except later on. And it's the reason why this is so evil that black folks do. I want you guys to hear what they're speaking, what they're saying to this man, and how this man and this woman felt when they heard that this guy was, quote unquote, I'm being beaten. I want you guys to understand, because what that does is it puts in the mind frame of a lot of innocent bystanders that something evil is going on. But there's nothing evil going on. It's somebody who's not trying to comply, who is being evil themselves. I want you guys to take a look at this. I mean, this is exactly the reason why, in a sense, this needs to stop. Take a look.
Mr. Stanford, Guy Lambert. Good to meet you.
Okay. And so, man, I'm going to try to figure out. We in to get a phone call that he's pulled over. And I don't know what happened, but he said that they was trying to end and hit the windows.
Okay, so I wasn't here for that part. I got here right before you did.
Yeah.
You saw me. I squatted down, kind of trying to keep him calm.
Yeah.
So the way I understand it, the way I was told, is he refused to roll the window down and refused to provide a driver's license.
Okay.
And that's what happened. The officers then, I don't know exactly what transpired, but they had to get him out of the car. He fought. He decided to resist the officers getting him out of the car, and then here we are. You saw the rest of it.
Okay.
So that's what happened. I mean, I understand you getting worked up. I understand you being upset over it. Absolutely.
Especially when you hear him while they beating him.
But were you here and saw us beating him? Did you see us beating him?
He was on the way.
So none of us are interested in beating anybody.
No.
Actually, it takes way too much energy.
Like you said, as soon as he got over, if he would just
provided his
they would explain why they stalled him, and it would have been
there you go. So I want to stop it right there, so you see that, right? The black woman was very flustered. She was emotional over what was going on, because she heard the black man saying, they're beating me. Nobody saw, and the black guy was there. He was looking. He wasn't getting beaten, but because he said he was being beaten, that black woman got upset. And this is the type of stuff that happens all the time in the community, and it creates a situation that does not need to be there. So that's why it's very important to handle these situations effectively and accordingly. You get what I'm saying? Any last words before we move on here, sir?
You know what, Jermaine? Basically, what this says, if I was his brother, I would be embarrassed. His dad, super embarrassed, because this man act like a purty idiot. I'm willing to bet you he but still borrowing money from his mama.
Yep, he do.
Yo, mama, let me give me $40. Mama, come on, man. Mama, I'm gonna pay you back. My baby ain't got to pay me back. Baby, how much you need? Let me reach in here under my left titty and give you some money, baby. How much you need? About 220s? Okay. Let mama reach in here and get the 220s. You need a cup of 5s? Let me reach in here and get you 2 5s, baby. Mama love you. Let me go on. That man's an embarrassment. And the police looking at him like he's retarded. No, that's what the police look at him like. And that's what these people look like.
A straight embarrassment. Let's go ahead and move forward. I want to go ahead and give a special shout out to two folks, actually. J9000 and JWL 1980. J9000 gifted a subscription to Conservative Nation to JWL 1980. My goodness gracious, let me tell you. Absolutely. I want to thank you guys very much. I want to thank you very much for getting a subscription to the podcast. You guys make what we do here very easy, in a sense. We come up here to give you guys the truth. And you know that what we're doing ain't easy in that regard. You know, you can see we had some trolls here just a second ago. Shout out to the moderator. You get what I'm saying? They found the page. They understand what we speak about, and they know that we're not going to shy away and back down from the truth. Right? We speak to you like we were speaking on a bench. You get what I'm saying? That's the type of relationship we have here on this platform. So I want to thank you guys so much for showing support. We really do appreciate you guys. Absolutely. Let's go ahead and move forward. Next one up, and make sure you guys do your due diligence. Help us out. Please, oh, please, oh, please. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share. I want to speak to you guys about a viral video that's been put out speaking about black women and how they have destroyed the black community. Oh, yeah. Viral video. A lot of folks are upset about these two men. But let me tell you something. When you hear their message and what they're saying, you might have to reconsider how you think about black women and what they do in the black community, in a sense. They claim to be the backbone, right? That's what they claim. I don't claim it. Jamal don't claim it. You get what I'm saying? Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, all them, they claim it. They say black women are the backbone. And you know what I said? I said that backbone is gosh darn broken. It's broken. You know, they got scoliosis back there. You get what I'm saying? That sucker like this. Look, Jamal. That spine like this. All screwed up. Let me go ahead and run it. When we come back, we shall discuss it. Make sure you guys do your due diligence. Here we go.
Sisters, the roosters are coming home. Everything you did is finna come back on you because they have people in place, government-wise, to show you we used you to destroy the village. Now we really have no use for you no more. All you women 40, 50, 60, it's over for you.
All of the perks that you got from being the government's mistress, the EBT, the money that he provided you with that you were supposed to get from your men, the housing that he gave you through Section 8 that you were supposed to get from a husband, the child support that he assisted you in so that you could complicate your men's lives so that they would not be strong enough to fix the communities, right? The jobs that they gave you so that you could appear to be superior to your men and so difficult that your men couldn't deal with you and keep families together. It's over with. You destroyed the black community and now they no longer need you. Therefore, they're taking back all of their goodies that they gave you. Ladies, you'll wish to God that your man would accept you back. Because you won't have the accessories that are required to maintain the quality of life that you've been living by yourself. And when you try to go back to your men, they won't treat you good. because they'll remember everything that you did to them, every word that you said about them on the internet, right? And they'll continue to date outside of their race, leaving you to fend for yourself. Because you forced them to start dating outside of their race. You became so unbearable that black men had to seek companionship elsewhere. And it turned out to not be so bad. Look at the Trump administration right now. Ladies, the process has already begun. The government jobs that you brag about, that made you feel like you were superior to your men,
they're going away.
The spousal support that incentivized you to so easily leave men and take half of their money, the child support that you utilized to extort your man,
they looking at child
piece
support
by
too.
piece
I'm telling you, it's
is
going to be
being
rough out
removed
there.
from you permanently. You're about to need men more than you ever thought you would just to survive and make ends meet. And the only thing that black men will have is memories of being called Ray-Rays, Pookies, and bullet bags.
Bullet bags.
Back to the streets with you.
They ain't playing with him.
Bow. Shout out to Stacy Prince. Shout out to that brother. Jamal, let me tell you something. Fire! Now, I know the way he put it down, there's some folks out there who are saying, Jermain, he was a little bit too harsh. He was a little bit too harsh. He didn't have to go there. Yeah, he did. He had to go there. Absolutely. Jamal, what he's saying is that, back in the day, black women, instead of them to be a part of the family unit, stay together, they took the government bag. They took the government bag. EBT, right? Section 8. Making sure that they break up the black family. Black men know this. Black men have been speaking about this for decades, Jamal. Decades. It's so turbulent, I should say. So dramatic when it comes to black love, black relationships, black family. Black people aren't getting married like that. I want folks to understand that.
Nope.
They're not. Traditional family in the black community is at an all-time low. The family they have there is the liberal family, mama and children. Black men understand this. Black men have now sought outside of the black community to find a partner. That's why you have so many black women getting upset, saying these white women are stealing all our men. But they're not addressing the reason why the black man is leaving. And now, with the Trump administration coming in, they're recorrecting the bullshit that was put out by the liberal left for so many years. They're recorrecting it, right?
Yes.
And they're making it more family-oriented. And that's going to hurt the black women who are out there. All those government jobs they were allotted by the liberal left, they're all going away. Look at the Department of Education. They're cutting jobs right and left. Let me tell you. Look at all the government jobs they're cutting. And at the bottom of the totem pole, let me tell you, is black women working there. So, loss of jobs, a recorrection on EBT, right? You have to work a certain amount of hours. Your dependents have actually lowered. It's down to age 7, right? And now the Trump administration looking at child support. Yeah, you're not going to be able to go lay up with Ray and Pookie and them, get a baby and run to the government for help. That day is coming, ladies. Brother, what do you say to what they're saying here?
I want to thank Miss Yvette Roman for her kindness and generosity donation to the page through PayPal.
Shout out to you. Let me go ahead and give her the customaries.
You know what, Jermain? This right here just goes to show that there are some people that's telling the truth and black women can't deal with it. Nobody is oppressing them. Nobody is oppressing black folk. And then during the oppression, we was married.
Mm-hmm.
We stuck together we had
absolutely
standards. Can you imagine this be 1940 or 50 and these young girls twerking all like that? They mamas be chasing them with ropes, bats, sticks, and whatever and whooping them.
They would get beaten.
What's the thing that's going on here? Responsibility is kryptonite. And when you accept your responsibility, you did this. No, it's not me. I ain't doing it. What you do? What you do? You did. No. You're wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They have taken the black community and destroyed it, all because of greed and loath and being lazy.
Yep.
Because they got the check from the government, lay on their back the 1st to 15th a month to let Tommy finish getting his rocks off.
Yep.
And then she has another baby, and then it increases. And I'm glad that President Trump is putting a stop to it.
Absolutely. I'm absolutely glad he's putting a stop to it. And the thing is, this type of situation in the economics, it hits the black community first and then it goes out. It seems like everything worse hits the black community first and then it goes out and does damage. And this type of behavior of the women, I mean, white women are starting to follow as well. There's plenty of white men out there that I speak to all day. They talk about baby mamas. The white women don't want to marry them, right? They don't. It's easier to get a baby, run to the government. The government will help you empower yourself as a woman. And women know what I'm talking about, right? That's why I'm very honest with them. They know what I'm talking about. Being a baby mama, in a sense, you get empowerment over your life and your child's life. And most of the time, ladies, you know what I'm talking about. You get to control the man. Yeah, ladies know what I'm talking about, right? You get the guy to jump hoops, right? You get to call him a dirtbag when you want. You know, you get to say you're a single mama and you feel you get the honor. You get what I'm saying? That badge of honor that young women have nowadays. I'm a single. Yeah, I'm telling you, right? Yeah, you get to hang out with all the other piece of women who went down that road. Now, I'm not saying all of them are like that, but I'm saying most of them are. Because when you speak to most women nowadays, they left the man they had a baby with to run in these streets and do nothing. Most women need to get back with the guy who they had a child with. I know that gonna hurt a lot of folks out there. Jermain, he said this and that to me. You hate them. I know you hate them. You better go back to them. Because the guys that are out here, they ain't going to do nothing for you. Most of them ain't going to do nothing except for give you a little dang-a-lang on the side and, waste your time. And I want the ladies to know that. I'm just being honest with you. These guys can lie because they're trying to get your cookies. I don't want your cookies. Yeah, I've had enough cookies in my life. Let me tell you. Yeah, absolutely. Let's go ahead and move forward. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. We going to need your help. We definitely going to need your help. Next one up, I want to go ahead and show you guys a viral video that was put out by PragerU. When I seen this, I didn't know that they had this section in this store. This store, ladies and gentlemen, is Barnes & Noble. How many of you guys have a Barnes & Noble close to you? We do. There's a lot of old folks in my town. They love going to Barnes & Noble. Sitting there drinking coffee. Looking outside and speaking about the weather. You know how old folks do it? Yeah, you sit there and talk about the weather all day. Oh, back in 76, 76, we had a dust storm, and, that dust storm put some crust in my eyes, and, now, hold on. You know what I'm talking about. Well, let me tell you something. In the Barnes & Noble, ladies and gentlemen, Barnes & Noble, they have a section called, get this, children's gay section. Yeah, they have a children's gay section. They do. You can't make it up. I want to go ahead and run this when it come back. I want to speak about it. These adults here, they're worried about children's sexuality very early for some reason. I don't know, but apparently they are. Here we go. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Here we go.
We're gay, but we're in Barnes & Noble's, and there's a kids book section, a gay kids book section, and this shit is crazy. Look at this. Okay, there's the gay BCs, right? Bye-bye binary. Bye-bye binary with a mohawk on a baby. Gay BCs, you're not ready. Can you hold this? Okay. What? A is for arrow and ace. B is for bi. This is crazy. We're gay, but this is crazy. What? For a baby?
Starting in September 2022, New Jersey first graders will learn about gender identity under new sex education guidelines. A sample lesson plan reads as follows. You might feel like you're a boy, even if you have body parts as some people might tell you are girl parts. You might feel like you're a girl, even if you have body parts as some people might tell you are boy parts. And you might not feel like you're a boy or a girl, but you're a little bit of both. No matter how you feel, you're perfectly normal. Yes, Junior might be struggling with his fractions, but never fear, he's rock solid on his preferred pronouns. The Evanston-Skokie School District 65 in Illinois has adopted a new LGBTQ plus Equity Week curriculum that will teach kids in pre-K and kindergarten about people who have more than one gender or no gender at all. Kids in first grade can pick their own pronouns, including Z, Zer, and Tree, and are told they can switch pronouns anytime they wish. All feelings are respected all the time. Third graders, generally around 8 years old, are also encouraged to overcome their prejudice that gender is binary.
There you go. Gender is binary. Brother, so what do you think about this here? Yeah, they got the gay BCs. They have a book that I've never heard about a book like that called the Gay BCs, and the section for children that is gay. That is crazy to me. What do you think about this here?
This is grooming children. This is currently going on right now. I notice how people, we got to find out who was harming the kids. Okay, why aren't you trying to find out who is sitting here promoting this crap on our children? This should be have people out there at Barnes and Nobles letting them know they're not going to stay there if they're going to continue to do this type of crap. This ain't going to float. And that's when the parents need to step in. The parents need to step up. And the parents need to stop being scared. It makes no sense that you're a parent. You are in charge of your child. And then you let someone threaten you with, you a bigot, you a homophobe, if you don't allow me to indoctrinate your child with poison material that's going to corrupt them. Material that's going to get them to drop their guard around some gay pervert scout leader. And this is what people are doing. People spending too much time trying to validate these people. Why? Why do you validate them? You know, I'm not talking religion right now, but you know you born a male or a woman. That's the species. Everything else is came along soon, and you need to be sitting in front of a shrink.
And the way, let me go ahead and show you guys this here too. It says, we cannot allow the sexualization of children. Absolutely. Look, in the first grade, they pick one of their, gender names here. He, ze, zer, she, and tree. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. It is. And what they're doing, and I want folks to understand, is they're sexualizing the children and they're also grooming. At this young age, you're not supposed to be worried about sexual identity. That's not something that you even think about, even naturally. I want folks to understand that. Naturally, you don't think about stuff like that. Not until later on in life. And the fact that they want children to pick a gender and pick a sexual orientation so early lets you know what they're doing. They're confusing the children and they're sexualizing them very early. And through that confusion, ladies and gentlemen, they can take advantage of a children's perception and the way they see the world. When a child is in that LGBTQ realm, inherently, they think through a liberal mind frame. Don't they, Jamal? I mean,
yes,
most LGBTQ folks, I mean, they think they're liberals. I mean, let's be honest. It's not like, 50% of them are, conservative and, all sorts of stuff like, no. It's about, gosh darn, 98%. Last words on this here.
You know what, everybody? My auntie Miss Yvette said we need 20 more likes on Rumble.
Absolutely.
We got 43 people watching. So there's some people watching that did not like. Please get in there and like the page. I mean, like it and like the content. The thing about this, Jermain, it made a reliable source for the Democrat Party. This make people relying on the Democrat Party. And if they vote against the Democrat Party, they vote against themselves. So they kind of tie themselves hip to waste, and that's what works. When it comes to this, people have to understand that they are trying to reach the children. Why do you think the same people that's willing to volunteer to go reach for children will not volunteer to play and read to an old man? Notice that you don't ever hear about the nursing home with drag queen story hour. You don't hear that.
Nope.
Why? Because Papa be like, "What the heck is down in front of me?"
Yep.
Oh,
They would start running their lips.
As soon as it kissed that old man, all you need is a black man who about 85 years old. Get on me, old faggot. Get on me. Give me my gun. Give me my gun. Shh. You better get your man self away from me. And that's what it is. They are purposely trying to indoctrinate children because they know a child's mind they can corrupt and change. The adult one they can't. That's why they read the children in libraries, but won't read the people in the nursing home.
Absolutely. They know that they can corrupt a child's mind very quickly. That's why they do it. It has nothing to do with anything else. They're very evil. Very evil folks. Let's go ahead and move forward. Make sure you guys do us a favor. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Next one up, I want to speak to you guys about Anna Navarro. All right. She is making some waves right now. A lot of people are calling her racist. Now, I know she's been racist for a while. Absolutely. You can tell by the way she talks and her outlook in life. She's racist and she doesn't like men. She's a feminist. Yeah, you can't get around it. 2 for 2. I want to go ahead and show you guys the reason why people are speaking about her right now. She was on CNN. She was on a panel. And they were speaking about an issue. A white man started speaking his opinion on the issue, and let me tell you something. Anna Navarro didn't like it not one bit. She shut him down and said that, you know what? Your opinion don't count because you're white.
Exactly.
I want you guys to take a look at this. This is the way the liberal left is. They hate white people. And white people are on the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to liberal politics. Take a look.
Also, I want to respond to you saying that I was hyperbolic when I talked about a reign of terror.
Because that is hyperbolic.
No, it might be hyperbolic for you as a white man.
Oh, okay.
It's certainly not hyperbolic for me as a
racist.
Latino. No, I'm not being racist.
It's incredible to dismiss my opinion for being a white
No,
man.
I'm not dismissing your opinion. I am telling you that what the Latino community, the brown community in America.
Speak in one voice.
Okay, well, let me speak with my voice. I mean, you said I was being hyperbolic. Let me respond.
Racially, sure.
I'm not. You being a white man as an insult?
When you invoke it to dismiss my
being
opinion,
a white man as an insult?
When you invoke it,
do you think Latinos are living under circumstances that other people may not be right now in this country?
We're about to have a whole conversation about that
sexism
very
and
thing.
racism more
but I just want to
than
make a
the
point
men.
that, Brad, all she's saying is that her view of the situation is
And
different
I've
from
seen
yours. I don't think that's an insult.
She basically said I'm wrong because
no. She just said I see it differently.
I see it differently.
She said I see it differently from you, which is not an insult. It's not, and it's also not a racial insult.
It's also not an explanation why I'm wrong.
But we have a lot more to discuss on this very topic, so we'll have some time in the.
Also, I want to respond to you saying that I was hyperbolic when I talked about a reign of terror.
Because that is hyperbolic.
No, it might be hyperbolic for you as a white man.
Oh, okay.
It's certainly not hyperbolic for me as a
racist.
Latino. No, I'm not being racist.
It's incredible to dismiss my opinion for being a white
No,
man.
I'm not dismissing your opinion. I am telling you that what the Latino community, the brown community in America.
Speak in one voice.
Okay, well, let me speak with my voice. I mean, you said I was being hyperbolic. Let me respond.
Racially, sure.
I'm not. You being a white man as an insult?
When you invoke it to dismiss my
being
opinion,
a white man as an insult?
When you invoke it,
Do you think Latinos are living under circumstances that other people may not be right now in this country?
We're about to have a whole conversation about that very thing.
Wow.
But I just want to
let me stop
point.
it right here. So, brother, I've noticed that the liberal left, most of their shows are filled with women, and the women panelists and the women hosts. I've also seen that The women that are on there are always very nasty and rude to the men. Very nasty and rude to the men. And what I've also seen is that the women of color, they're the most nastiest and rude folks on this side of heaven. They have a playbook, and let me tell you something, that playbook is very easy. If you go ahead and say something they disagree with you on, you're either racist or you're sexist. And it's by design. What do you think?
Anna Navarro ain't even black. She Hispanic. And this woman is nothing but a pretty loser. I want y'all to realize her, Michael Steele, and Nicole Wallace, all them hate Trump, all them hate the base. They were once head of in the Republican Party, especially Michael Steele. So you're sitting here, you're dealing with people, and she's saying a white man can't say that. And this is what that man should have said. He should have looked at Abby Phillips and said, hold up. This is white folk talking. You stay over there because this is, you don't understand the plights of white people. So this is white folk talking. You go over there. See, that's what you have to do. You have to start hitting them back in the same way they do you. Meaner and nastier and grimier. Honestly, woman, you're a woman. You don't understand these things. So, being we're going deeper, dealing with the money and paper, you just stay right there. You don't know enough. Do that. Start saying it. But Anna Navarro, when those two illegal immigrants chopped up them girls and killed them girls up in Houston, she has yet to say
her mouth was closed.
Mm-hmm.
She's a very evil lady. And that's why I implore white Americans, people on the right, to stand up and not be scared about these folks.
Yep.
Because that's the only way you're going to be able to fight against these folks. You have to stand up. And you have to tell these folks off. The liberal left purposely uses women of color to push their argument. Because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It flies.
Gullible.
I want you to understand that. It flies when you have a woman of color running her mouth. Usually a white person will be quiet around them, right? You won't be as open as you would be with somebody else. And I want folks to understand that. It's psychology. They're very smart. Yeah. I swear to goodness, you could go ahead and watch CNN, MSNBC. Don't you do it. Don't you do it, though. Don't you? You'll rot your brain.
Drive you crazy.
But if you do, you will see it all day long. The women of color running the table. The white people got the last word, and if they say the wrong word, let me tell you, it's yo ass. It's your ass.
Mr. Postman.
They gonna get ya. They gonna get ya, and they're gonna use some sort of victim label to put themselves on a pedestal while they're bashing you. That's the way they do it. The liberal men, they're pussies.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Because these women will sit here and say a lie, and they have to go along with it. Or else they're going to get shouted upon. And when you hear the cackling hens and you hear all this sniping, let me tell you something. You see how my neck was moving? That chicken neck? Yeah, in that sniping, you're running. You're running. Let me tell you. They're very slick with it. So don't let them get away with it. Stand up, tell the truth, and give them a taste of their own medicine. If they're saying you can't speak about this because you're white, say, gosh darn it, you can't speak about what's going on because you're black. But black folks ain't that smart. You just start throwing stuff like that in there. Well, don't you? But you know what I'm talking about. Brother, last words.
Yes. You know what, Jermaine? The thing about this is Abby Phillips.
Oh, my goodness.
Abby Phillips sat right there when Anna Navarro lied on him and said that was racist. That was not racist. And she knew it. Abby Phillips is a suck reporter.
Yeah.
She's horrible. And I really wish somebody would go on the show and call her out on her liberal policies. Listen, you're nothing but a Democrat. I can tell that by the screws and everything. So that's what we have to do. And then Jermaine, black folk got this self-responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
This woman didn't say a word in 2017 when those 2 little girls was taken, raped, and murdered in Houston area. She didn't say a word. Not one word. So
let's go ahead and move forward.
Stop.
Okay, my bad. Go ahead, brother. My bad.
No, I'm just gonna say it has to stop, and white America needs to start speaking up and speaking out loudly and strongly.
Absolutely, loudly and strongly. That's the only way that this type of BS will stop. It's the only way. Moving forward here, make sure you guys do us a favor. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share. I want to go ahead and show you guys something here. A viral video on the latest ICE raid. This ICE raid, and there's raids all across the country. I just want to go ahead and point that out. Raids all across the country. But this raid here, let me tell you, got a lot of folks talking. This raid was in Pennsylvania at a grocery store. Arrested 14 folks. And I want you guys to hear what the bystanders are saying while this is going on. Take a look.
ICE is here at the Gigante on West Main Street in Norristown. ICE is back here in Norristown. Thank you. Are you able to give us their names, sir, so we can let their families know? Excuse me. Sir? Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a question? Hi, I was just wondering if it's possible for us to help notify families because they might have little kids or something.
Get a phone call? Tell your kids what you do when you tuck them in tonight, that you take families. You take people away from their families. Why don't you let them know what you do at night? Go ahead. Go ahead.
Sir, keep moving. That's it. You're blocking.
They probably don't tell their kids that they take children away from their families. You are the 2025 Nazis. Just stop, though. That's what you are. And that's all that you will ever be.
Just remember what happened to all the people that just followed orders.
You will meet your maker. Ask him for forgiveness. Try.
Anybody willing to give their badge number?
Hot in that here. It's fucking hot in that. Why do you put your mask on if it's there? See, I joke you're hot right now. I know. You're radicals.
This is disgusting. This is disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You should be ashamed of yourselves. Targeting innocent people. Covering your faces. This is disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourselves. You should be ashamed. These are hardworking people. You're separating families. You should be ashamed. This is disgusting.
Wow. So, there you go. Lady is saying this is disgusting. Apparently doing your job and making sure that, illegals are held responsible for what they're doing. Apparently that's disgusting. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you're seeing what these folks are saying here, right? It seems pretty mild compared to other ones we've shown where, you know, the folks are completely just yelling and going crazy. You know, I certainly believe if you're doing stuff like that, you need to be arrested. You're obstructing justice. And also you're perpetuating a lie that they're separating children and all sorts of this, that, and the third. There needs to be a campaign saying, hey, you should go back to your own country, self-deport. You get what I'm saying? Jamal, I think there should be commercials and there should be a campaign out there saying you should self-deport. You're going to get caught anyways. You get what I'm saying? They coming for you anyways. I mean, why wait till you get caught? And then you know, you don't have any how can I say you don't have any decision on, you know, how to leave. You get what I'm saying? Why don't you self-deport? You self-deport, you can actually you can have that, you know, that decision-making skill where you can go and do what you need to do and leave properly instead of being forced to leave right away. Brother, what do you think about this here?
You know what, Jermaine? I'm going to say this, and this has to be said. The people who are at blame are these Democrat mayors in these Democrat states. Donald Trump, Tom Homan said, we want to go to your jails. They won't let them go to the jails. So what they do is they take them and they put them out there back on the street. So when they come and they come raid the grocery store and stuff like this, they're going where they know where they're at instead of picking them up at the jail. If they would have sat there, let ICE into the jail to pick them up, this wouldn't be a problem. And that's what Donald Trump is doing. He is doing self-deportation. But you know what? You had CNN a few nights ago, and if you can find a video, they Anderson Cooper talking to a family that's self-deported. Mm-hmm. This big overweight woman and her husband and kids is self-deporting themselves to Mexico City, back to Mexico. He's saying, you know, he was carried over here when he was a child. He didn't know, but he'd been over here over 20 years and never got his legal status.
Oh, wow.
See, a lot of this stuff that Donald Trump is doing is just that the lies and the excuses have played out, and people are coming to the hard reality of truth. There is a president that is here to do the law and enforce it. Mm-hmm. If you are here illegally, you're going to go. But he wouldn't be going to the grocery stores. He wouldn't be going to these other places. But because liberal Democrats want to defy Donald Trump, we're going to defy him. We got to defy him. They sat there, and since he can't get him in jail, he'll get him at the home. Since he can't get him in jail, he'll go get him at the taco stand. He can't get him in jail, he'll go get him at the taco store. It's one or the other. They don't have a choice.
Yeah, they don't have a choice at all. They're going to get caught regardless. They're going to get caught regardless. And let me tell you something. When you get caught, you have no choice at that point in time. They take you, and you're never going to be seen again. So why be put in that position when you can self-deport? You get what I'm saying? You can take your time, pack all your stuff up. You get what I'm saying, Jamal? Pack up the PS5. You know, pack up the burrito making machine. You go ahead and you do that, and then you're able to leave quietly instead of the other way while they take you and they shuttle you off like a criminal. So, you know, choose your fate. That's what I say. Let's go ahead and move forward. We got a few more issues here to discuss. Make sure you guys do your due diligence. Hit that like button. Make sure you do share. Next one up, I'd like to speak to you guys about Jasmine Crockett. Representative Jasmine Crockett She vows to shed light on President Trump's actions that are racist, as she says. There's an effort right now to try to redistrict Texas. Governor Abbott, President Trump, they want to redistrict Texas in a way where it's a lot more favorable and easy. The liberal left is saying they're doing it because they want to cheat and they can't win. I want you guys to take a look at this. When it comes back, I like to speak about it. Make sure you guys do your due diligence. Please help us out. You see how crazy the world is.
Yes.
Don't be a crazy one. Hit that like button. Make sure you share. Here we go.
Another story that is originating out of Texas, and that is the effort we are seeing on the part of state Republicans to engage in redistricting. It seems pretty clear based on the reporting. If you guys want to pull up the headline from the New York Times, this is from June 9th, about the fact that the White House is where this is coming from. They have been pushing Republicans in Texas to redistrict, hoping to blunt Democratic gains. The 4 seats that Greg Abbott wants to redraw look like they belong to Al Green, Sylvester Turner, Sylvia Garcia, Mark Vesey. Is this anything other than trying to change the rules of the game halfway through the game so you can win because you can't win on the merits?
You said it real nice. They cheating. They are cheating. Say what it is, okay? Listen, if your policies are so popular, Mr. President, then trust that the American people are happy. And so you don't have to worry about the fact that the Democrats actually should have control of the House right now. The Republicans cheated in the state of North Carolina to make sure that they could get 3 pickups. And guess what? Ultimately, they ended up controlling the House by exactly 3 seats, because once they ended up controlling that Supreme Court, they redistricted. And unfortunately, now they have 10 Republicans that are elected from the House, and they have 4 Democrats when it used to be 7-7. And when you looked at the election results, it was Donald Trump who barely won the state, but then it was Democrats that won the state on all the other statewide elected positions, which tells you it's about a 50-50 state, which means that congressionally it should have been about 50-50. So the seats were correct before. Now, because he knows that if Democrats take control, regardless of how the American people feel about the Democrats right now, one thing we are going to do is we're going to block him. That's the one thing I can tell you. If you give us control of the House, we will stop some of the pain that he is inflicting. We will stop some of the idiocy, and we will actually conduct some real oversight over this administration, which is paramount, so that ultimately the American people can understand not only that Donald Trump is a failure and a fraud, but understand the people that are his accomplices that are helping him to accomplish this. We are going to shed light on all the darkness that he is bringing on the United States. And I think that that is what we all should want for good governance. No matter how you affiliate yourself, you should want somebody that is going to keep it real with you and be honest with you and transparent with you. And that is what you will get. So regardless of how much he tries to cheat, I am truly believing, just like nobody showed up for him for his little birthday parade, but the American people came out for free to let him know that there are no kings. I don't care what he tries to do. I'm truly believing that the American people are going to show him better than they can tell him.
Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, thank you for always reminding us.
Wow. Look at that hair hat. You know, I wonder where she got that helmet from. You know, put in I don't understand this. You know, I believe the hair hat is demonic. You know, if you see a woman without a hair hat, a black woman, let me tell you something. She's scurrying like a rat caught in a trap house. Let me tell you, bald,
cat chasing her.
She looking crazy. Soon as she put on the hair hat, it's almost as if, you know, a light comes on inside of her. You know, she becomes real nasty and rude, and she starts smiling. You know, without the hair hat, she's humbled. You know, with their hair hat, nasty and rude. Brother, what do you think about this here? Jasmine Crockett is saying they're trying to cheat. That's the only reason why they're doing this. And she's going along. She also went further in another interview and said that she lives in Trump's brain rent free. This is what she's saying. What do you say to this here?
You know what, Jermaine? I'm gonna say this about this woman. This woman is a fraud. She's a hoax. She's no different than the when the Squad first came out. Then, if you want to look at it, want to say who else she is, she's nothing but a Jamal Bowen.
Oh,
okay,
yeah, Jamal Bowman.
Yeah, that's all she is. Jasmine Crockett is trying to make herself look a little bit more important so she can have a louder voice in the Democrat Party, because the Democrat Party realizing they done screwed up by placating to these to these Marxists and these communists. They realize they have messed up. And so they're trying to get this ship back routed, and they're scared that if the Republican Party can get their act together, if MAGA can get their act together, we can hold on to the House, hold on to the Senate, and we can continue to hit them with everything we got. Right now, we're not hitting them with everything. So Jasmine Crockett get to get out here and run her mouth. Everybody knows you gerrymander to strengthen your numbers. If you are in power, you draw the district lines to your liking. But the Democrat Party was complaining the last time the lines were drawn. Now they're complaining again. So the court said the lines was drawn a little racial. So the Trump's DOJ said, okay, fine, we'll change it. Now they're crying.
Absolutely. You know, these folks here, ladies and gentlemen, they'll do anything to push a narrative of cheating, racism, sexism, and homophobia. Yep. I kid you not. That's their game plan. It's never telling the truth or being straight up. Never. This stuff that they're running here is all a lie. They feel good about pushing it as well. You can see them, they're all smiling, happy. And it's exactly what they want, in a sense, when it comes down to MAGA being disaffected, right? They don't want MAGA together. That's one of the main reasons why this, Epstein stuff is out here too, and they're pushing it, regardless if there's something there or not, the tool that they're using is the propaganda to make sure that we're not together. And this is exactly the same type of narrative that they're pushing with this, the same type of mantra, I should say. Last words on this here before we move on.
You know what? Jasmine Crockett has been a fraud, and everybody found out that she went to the #1 private school in the state in Missouri.
Yeah, and she's elitist.
And she act hood because this is what black folk have accepted. People always say, she's putting on a front for black folk. No, she ain't. Black folk accept it because black folk allow her to do it. When they allowed Michelle Obama to come into North Carolina Central University and say, yeah, I mean, y'all know what I mean, when Michelle Obama was doing that in 2012. Now, I want y'all to know, she did that at North Carolina Central in Durham, North Carolina. Then when she went down to ECU, East Carolina University in Greenville, North Carolina, 3 hours, about 2 hours apart, she switched and sounded all Harvard educated and all level. So it's okay to act dumb around niggas when you get around white folk, you act smart.
Yep. She smartened up. See, when you're around black folks, she understands that if you speak too proper, you speak too educated, black folks won't like to listen to ya. she knows that. She knows how the liberal left is. She knows how black folks, in a sense, think. And you know what I'm talking about, Jamal? When if she speaks too educated, black folks will think that, hey, she's trying to be white. Look at her trying to show off for them white folks.
Yep.
Every
day.
So she got to have a little hood lean to it. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, she got to, throw some, words out there to wrangle black folks on. And that's the way it is. I hate to say it like that, but Jamal, that's
true.
the way it is.
It's true. We fall for it. We show we support it. There have not been any pushback and rejected to this. Hillary Clinton, I got hot sauce in my trash. Like black folk just walking around with a whole gallon drum of hot sauce. Kamala Harris, well, I'm gonna give you how you gonna pay for it? Well, I don't. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what they did.
Black folks accept mediocrity
all the time
and degeneracy all the time. They resonate with it, ladies and gentlemen. Think about it. They resonate with it. Growing up, a lot of black folks, if you wanted to be accepted in the black community, you had to dumb down the light that you had inside of you. Yeah, if you were naturally smart, you thought smart, right? And black folks knew that you're smart. You know what they would say? Oh, you try to be white.
Yep.
There's plenty of black people who are naturally smart that dumb down their own selves so that they can be accepted in the black community. I want folks to understand. Imagine that. Imagine God gave you the ability to see well. He gave you a bright light inside of you. And the community that you're born in does not accept it. They believe that type of light that you have is not good. It's white. It's white. Coming. So you need to dumb down. You need to act dumb. You got to act niggerly. Fighting. Talking shit. Excuse my language. Right? Doing dumb stuff. Doing nigga shit.
Yep.
And that gets you accepted. Don't believe me? Go ahead and speak to an average black person. They'll let you know right away.
That nigga punk, man. I don't like him. I have to go slap him. Slap who?
That's why when it comes down to getting black folks' attention, if you were to speak proper, they're not going to listen to you very well. You got to speak gutter. Right? They resonate with the gutterism. And I hate that so much. I absolutely do. That's why I'm on here every day, every week, trying to tell folks, especially black folk growing up, get out of it. Get out of it. Let's go ahead and move forward. Next one up here, we're going to speak to you about the topic of the night. Oh, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's about to get hot in here. Oh, yeah. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you share. Trump blasts his supporters. Sorry about that. Trump blasts his supporters for demanding the release of the Epstein files, calls them weaklings. Oh, yeah, he says some stuff. I want to go ahead and show you guys this when I come back. I want to speak about it. Make sure you guys do your due diligence. Hit that like button. Make sure you share. Here we go.
President Trump said his administration would release the Epstein files, but now he says those files are a hoax. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kira Phillips. Trump continuing to blame Democrats, claiming without providing evidence the party created these files to undermine him and that Republicans who believe it are getting duped. The president writing on social media today, their new scam is what we'll forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax, and my past supporters have bought into the BS, hook, line, and sinker. Trump adding, let these weaklings continue forward and do the Democrats' work. Don't even think about talking of our incredible and unprecedented success because I don't want their support anymore. Speaking to our Washington, D.C. Bureau Managing Editor Catherine Faulders for more. So releasing the Epstein files was a major part of Trump's campaign last year. We talked a lot about it. Now he says it's a hoax. Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't, and I think that is what many people are asking the president, whether it's his supporters, whether it's reporters in the Oval Office with him. What does he mean by that? What is a hoax? Who's told him that? Has the Attorney General Pam Bondi relayed that information? Now, Trump was asked that by ABC's Mary Bruce today, to which he essentially said, no, he's the one that thinks it's a hoax. He knows it's a hoax. That's obviously a baseless claim without any evidence, and obviously begs the question why he's bringing this up now. It has outraged many of his most vocal MAGA supporters. So the big question is, where does this end? I'm not quite sure. Of course, there's calls on Congress for testimony. We'll see what happens with that, whether there's investigations launched. But right now, it doesn't seem like any more files will be released. Trump is putting the ball in Attorney General Pam Bondi's court. He wants her to release the credible evidence. Begs the question, what is the quote-unquote credible evidence that Trump is talking about? But the reality is, Kira, this is not a story that's going away anytime soon.
Right. We know he was friends with Jeffrey Epstein. We've seen the videos. We've seen the pictures. We've seen the pictures of the First Lady and the president and Jeffrey Epstein. And you got a great question to the president on departure yesterday, asking, about Pam Bondi. And did she tell the president he was in those files? And he didn't really answer the question.
No, he brushed it off. He said, no, there was a short briefing that he was given by the Attorney General, and then he went into the fact that he believed that this was made up and a hoax. So what we've learned, of course, is that the Attorney General briefed him. It appears on the contents of what was in those files after that months-long review by the DOJ and the FBI, but he didn't answer the question about whether or not his name is in the files. Of course, we know that that is a theory that's been floated, for example, by Elon Musk, that there is speculation about. Trump hasn't answered that question directly. So we'll see where this goes. But again, right now, he's eager to move past this, but his supporters really aren't.
Wow. And I'm going to stop it right here. So there you go. Trump, he's lit his base on fire right now. Brother, what do you think about this here? So Trump is saying, from his past supporters, a lot of them are on this Epstein, they believe in the Epstein files. They want it released. He's saying that this is a hoax pushed by the Democrats. And there's nothing there. And the little bit of stuff, credible evidence that is there, he's asking Pam Bondi to release it. What do you say to this? But first of all, before you answer that, let's get to the main crux of this. Is this an issue for the base, or do you believe that this is just an issue for part of the, a certain section of the base, and it doesn't really affect his support? What do you say to that?
I'm going to say this, and this is the 100% truth. This is going to give, if we don't stop, the Democrat Party is going to win the midterms 2026, and then they're going to push everything they can because they may take the White House. People don't understand. While we're sitting over here debating over this, the liberal Democrat Party is literally laughing at us. Joy, you had people on The View of all people, laughing at us, saying conspiracy theories, but because they want to keep this stirring a beehive so it'll try to stop President Trump. They want to, well, what does he really have to hide? What really is, but nobody said anything when Merrick Garland was in control. Where was Merrick Garland? And what did Pam Body walk in there and see? Did she go in there and run her mouth saying, we got it, we got it, we got it? Then walked in there and went, we got it. Oh, we got it. You got screwed. But now the base is sitting up here, don't want to talk about we won in the Supreme Court. And we're shutting down the Department of Justice.
Yep.
Not the Department of
Education. Yep.
Don't want to talk about the people, 1,400 people that was laid off, fired from USAID. Don't want to talk about how President Trump the economy is doing good and inflation is down, egg prices are down. I don't want to talk about this. They are willing to do whatever it takes to ensure that they can cause confusion, contentment in the Republican base so the Democrat base can get themselves aligned. When you got Hakeem Jeffries saying if the Democrats win, they're going to do a special hearing on the Jeffrey Epstein file.
Oh, Lord.
Why didn't Nancy Pelosi do it back in 20 when she had it? So it's the Democrats are using this to keep a wedge, distract from President Trump, and bring his numbers down. And not me, because I think this Jeffrey Epstein stuff is just stupid. It's done. It's done as it can be. And they're dependent on people who are trying to find a there where it's nothing.
I agree with you in a portion of where it's tearing up the base. One thing I do know is that a lot of folks that he garnered in the past, they came over because of the agreement that he was going to get down to the bottom of the Jeffrey Epstein and that case would get handled and people would be held accountable. So I know that folks who were not going to vote for him were enticed to vote for him because of that. And I think that a lot of folks that supported him in a sense, those folks, I'm picking my words very carefully here. They were basically encouraged to vote for Donald Trump because of this, and they are invested in trying to figure out what's going on with it. Now, I know, what how can I say, the establishment line is right now, which is there's no investigation, there's no list and things of this nature. With him saying that, do you think that him causing that stir right now, in a sense, is taking away, overshadowing all the good stuff he's doing? Do you think that is the main crux of, the reason why they're doing this, and the reason, in a sense, why this is, staying for so long, is that it's meant to overshadow, in a sense, all the stuff that he's accomplished so far, or do you think that, this is staying because it's, it's a valid thing that these folks really want to be, answered? What is your take on that? Do you think that it's valid, or do you think it's just mostly just for that, just to, overshadow what he's done and just to keep the wedge?
Overshadow what he's done and keep the wedge. Because here's the thing, Jermain. How many times have Republicans failed for conspiracies? With QAnon humiliated us.
Lord, that gosh darn stuff.
Have we forgot about Pizzagate? Have we forgot that somebody said that they knew and they heard the government and everything? This is true in Pizzagate. And some fool went with a AR-15 and shot at the pizza place, and people like, no. Did Jeffrey Epstein do stuff evil? Yes. Did Jeffrey Epstein hobnob with a lot of famous people? Yes. But did they know what he was actually doing? How many people have hung around their cousins and family members as drug dealers or woman beaters? That's if they're a man, or if it's just if a girl, you didn't know your first cousin, you love her to death, and you ladies like, oh, I love my first cousin. She the biggest hoe in all side of town. But you didn't know she was doing it. And then when you come to find out, when you knew what she was doing while y'all was hanging together, you backed off. The reason why a lot of this stuff can't come out is, number one, if nobody didn't do anything wrong, nobody was there, they flew on a plane because they think hey, he rich, he cool, and everybody going. But then when you find out, oh, something's wrong with him, leave him alone. Look what Cat Williams said about P. Diddy. When people started knowing about P. Diddy, you went to them parties because you wanted P. Diddy to play with them cheeks. At that point, you knew what P. Diddy was about. You went over there so P. Diddy can play with them cheeks, so you can get you a platinum album.
Yeah.
And
get
Tyler Perry, same thing about Tyler Perry. Everybody knew who Tyler Perry. Everybody know what Tyler Perry about.
Tyler Perry, yep, you should have known what he was on. I ain't never seen him with a woman.
He trying to grab and bend you over in Yeezus' name.
He got like two what he got, like 2 lawsuits against him. Guys are saying that he was trying to screw them and everything else.
And Boondock said this about him years ago. So, if President Trump, he knew Epstein, but when he found out the crap he was pulling around Mar-a-Lago, he threw him out. But people ain't going to want to talk about when Donald Trump violently threw him out. No. Well, Donald Trump knew him. Just because you knew somebody don't mean you knew everything about him. And before I shut up, Jermain, just want to mention this. Y'all remember that black man who freed that white woman from that house, and he was like, I knew something was wrong when that little white girl ran up to a black man.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
And what did he say? This man used to cook out on the grill. They were taught. They've been over his house. And everything.
They didn't know he was doing stuff like that.
Thank you. And a lot of people didn't know Jeffrey Epstein was doing this stuff like that. And they don't deserve to have their life ruined.
Now, what they're saying here, Jamal, is that Trump may appoint a special counsel to try to, appease some folks and get rid of this. Now, regardless of, if it's true or not, whatever the case is, it's a stain right now, and it's causing some issues, and people are looking for damage control. How can we, appease the base and also, get this gosh darn Jeffrey Epstein thing down the road and taken care of and closed? Special counsel, special investigation. This is what they're saying. I want to go ahead and run it when I come back. I want to get your take on it. Do you think that this would be something that would appease the folks who are, invested in this Epstein file, client list stuff, and, close the chapter? Take a look at this. Here we go.
President Trump today angrily denounced the support of anyone in his ranks who cares about the Jeffrey Epstein case, a.k.a. a significant number of people in his base who, by the way, elected Trump after he pledged to release the Epstein files, after his surrogate, Elon Musk, told Tucker Carlson that billionaires were backing Kamala Harris because they were terrified Trump would release the Epstein list. Now, this latest kerfuffle started this morning with Trump's post on Truth Social, where he continued to falsely assert that the Epstein files are some sort of Democratic ploy. He wrote, quote, "Their new scam is what we will forever call the Jeffrey Epstein hoax, and my past supporters have bought into this bullshit, hook, line, and sinker. They haven't learned their lesson and probably never will. Let these weaklings continue forward and do the Democrats' work. Don't even think about talking of our incredible and unprecedented success because I don't want their support anymore," unquote. This same energy continued in the Oval Office this afternoon, where the president said this.
They're wasting their time with a guy who obviously had some very serious problems, who died 3-4 years ago. I'd rather talk about the success we have with the economy, the best we've ever had.
It's, of course, not a waste of time to care about the fact that dozens, if not hundreds, of survivors of rape, assault, trafficking, and more have been denied justice in the Epstein case from the jump. Aside from Epstein's own vile crimes, Epstein allegedly helped other powerful people in his orbit get away with heinous actions, including sex abuse, sex trafficking, in some cases the sexual abuse of minors. Here's just one portion of a victim impact statement surrounding the trial for Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell, who was sentenced to 20 years in prison for conspiring with Jeffrey Epstein to sexually abuse minors. One victim, who went by the pseudonym Kate, wrote to the judge,
20 years in
quote,
prison.
"I witnessed Maxwell's relentless and insatiable drive to meet the sexual needs of Epstein at any cost to the vulnerable girls and women upon whom she preyed and fed to Epstein and other powerful men. The many acts that were perpetrated on me by Epstein, including rape, strangulation, and sexual assault, were never consensual and would have never occurred had it not been for the cunning and premeditated role of Ghislaine Maxwell played." Kate went on to write that the consequences of what Maxwell did have been far-reaching in her life. And this has been, let's just say it, this has been a huge about-face for Trump. He's the dog who caught the bus. On a podcast just last fall, he promised he would release the Epstein files.
But a lot of big people went to that island. But fortunately, I was not one of them. Yeah, I'd be inclined to do the Epstein.
A lot of big people went to the island.
Back in
This is what
2019,
Trump said.
in Trump's first term, he retweeted a baseless conspiracy theory suggesting that Epstein's death was tied to Bill and Hillary Clinton. The Epstein case is sadly not a hoax, as the president now claims. So what's going on here? Let's go to CNN's Kristen Holmes at the White House. Kristen, Trump has gone from saying everyone should move on from Epstein to saying he doesn't even want the support of people who care about this. That's a lot of people. We should note that in the not-so-recent past, those who cared about this case have included his son, Don Jr., his Vice President, J.D. Vance, his Attorney General, Pam Bondi, FBI Director Kash Patel, and on and on.
This
What's
is
the
this
thinking
is the
here?
type, and I'm going to stop it right here because it goes on and on and on and on. What a kerfuffle, as they would say, right? Got what? Man, what a kerfuffle. I was going to say something else, but I'm going to stop myself. But the last words on this thing here. Woo!
Jake Tapper, of all people, who sat right there and denied there was something wrong with Joe Biden. Him, of all people.
Yeah, he did.
Okay, I'm sorry, but anybody who's saying something is going on and don't want to cover up.
Man, I love politics.
Look who is pushing it. Look who is pushing. I'm sitting up here seething, watching Jake Tapper.
He said,
look who's up here trying to keep it going. Look who's up here talking about it.
That money
Jake
must be good.
Tapper The man who sat there and said that Joe Biden, nothing is wrong. Yes, people said these things. They didn't know like I didn't know. Nobody else knew. Pam Bonnie went in there and saw it. And the thing is, I know something is. I know it. Somebody said they know. Somebody said they talked to someone who said they know. This right here, look who the people saying demanded an investigation. These are not the people who stood in President Trump and helped them get elected. I'm sorry. This goes to show, if you are siding with this Jeffrey Epstein crap, I'm not talking about you in general, but the people siding with this Jeffrey Epstein crap and the people that are backing you and say, yes, we totally agree. We believe that, yeah. And you see it's CNN, MSNBC, The View, they're out to let you know the ground you're standing on. Because you didn't care about it back in 2024 when Joe Biden was known for sniffing kids.
Yeah.
You didn't want to talk about it in 2023 when Hunter Biden was sniffing lines and they can't tell you who cocaine that was in the White House.
He was sniffing and doing something else too.
You know, they couldn't tell you that he was sitting up here collecting dollars. The more I see this, the more enraged I get, because I cannot believe that there are some people who believe in their own self-righteousness that this is something there and they're tearing it apart. And I'm sorry, don't complain when it blows up in our face and we're standing there looking stupid.
Yeah, you know, what I think is that Trump, in a sense, I think he made some bad plays with this. Yeah, I think that this could have been handled a different way, and I think the way it's being handled is the reason why it is so much backlash and things of this nature. You know, Trump lit the base on fire twice. Last week he said some stuff that, you know, was kind of disparaging to those folks who we voted for, and then he did it again. So he lit him on fire. Now, one thing I've been saying is that if he wanted this to go away and he didn't want this to be like this, it could have been easy. Hey, what we're going to do is we're going to continue to investigate it and then don't speak about it. You do that, guess what? Nobody's speaking about the sucker. But it's because he made a decision on it. And that decision went viral. He went and said, oh, we're not going to. And then on top of it, he said that there's nothing. I mean, even if there is nothing, gosh darn it, aren't you smart? You know, sometimes, you know, some folks, you know, sometimes they're just too smart. They make dumb decisions. You know, a lot of folks, smart people do that a lot of times. They're so smart, they make dumb decisions. And I believe that this is one of them times where he could have made he could have said something in a way where it couldn't be as inflammatory as it is. But he did it, and because of that, it's created this snowball effect. And this is not going to go away, no matter how much, you know, he wants to say it's a hoax and this and that. That, you know, and I may get some backlash for it. You know, I'm ready. That baby boomer talk better stop. You better get rid of it. That baby boomer talk where these people, wait, that baby boomer talk, you better stop it. You better. He's smarter than that. That baby boomer talk that he's doing is pissing folks off. That's all I'm saying.
Well, what else can he do?
he could have did what I just said. Hey, we're investigating the sucker, and we're not going to speak about it.
But see, here's the thing. That's not going to be good enough. But see, that's not going to be good enough. If he says he's investigating it, there's not going to be good enough.
Yeah, I would have said I'm investigating and I'm moving forward. That's it. I would have put that sucker on the back end. But now it's in the front end, and it's causing this this type of kerfuffle. You know what? No matter what you can say, Jamal, you know it's a kerfuffle. You can't get around it. I know you want to tap dance around it. Honest. You can't get around. It's a kerfuffle, and you know it. So
yes, why? Because people are looking for there, and
that's what I'm
there.
saying. So if he knows that, how come he couldn't have just passed the ball down? How come he couldn't have said something? That man's smart.
That is not Donald Trump. When he see people are attacking him and attacking his accomplishments, he's going to attack back. And that's why we love him. Hold on. When it's liberals and when it's people like Rhino Republicans and everyone else in the media, Fox News, because when he criticized Fox News. And this is why I don't understand why some people are like, I can't believe he's attacking, saying something back to the base. Donald Trump went after Fox News when Fox News started coming after him. So Donald Trump will let you know, if you come after me, I don't care who you are. I'm coming back after you. And these people who are so much in this Epstein thing and not covering the other stuff, not talking about the other stuff, and you see The View, CNN, and MSNBC pushing this and laughing.
Oh boy, I'm telling you.
That's enough to make, in other words, if it was some people that you know and you like, then it's so you're like, you know what? Okay, listen, blah, blah, blah. But when these people get on board, CNN, The View, MSNBC, and the Democrat Party saying if they get elected, they gonna launch an investigation. Donald Trump, like the hell with this, I'm gonna push back. Whoever feelings get it.
They so evil. Well, brother, let me tell you something. We are out of time. That is the show for tonight. I want to thank everybody and their mamas for coming out, hanging out with us, hitting that like button, sharing, donating. Let me tell you something. We absolutely love y'all. Shout out to J9000. Shout out to JW. This is JW something. I'll look for it. But JW something. Shout out to you too. You know who you are. And shout out to everybody. All right. I want to thank you so much. All right. Brother, any last words for our beautiful, beautiful crowd tonight?
Had a wonderful night, of course. Had a wonderful night discussing back and forth, and it goes to show you two people can actually do a show and disagree with some things. And everyone, are you liking and are you sharing the show? If you was here and you watched, did you like it? Did you sit there and you helped share it? Did you donate? Those things really helps keep the page going and help spread and keep the information going. It's up to you whether or not you believe this cover up or anything, but do not allow, of all people, the Democrats and the media
to break
to help us lose.
Shoot. You're absolutely correct. JW1980. Shout out to Sin Napier. Helping a brother out. I can tell you that. Helping a brother out. Shout out to Sin Napier. Yeah, that's what it is, you know. I'm just hoping this kerfuffle die down. You know, I'm hoping, you know, maybe by next week it will die down a little bit, and hopefully Trump keep his mouth shut and talk about something else. Talk about something.
Donald
Don't
Trump?
just speak about the Epstein stuff anymore, because it seems every time he speak about it, he's he's disparaging the folks that are in love with Epstein.
Yes.
So
Yes.
yeah, I'm just hoping that Trump, he eat a nice steak, he fall asleep, he wake up with a good head on his shoulder, and he move forward and not speak about that sucker anymore.
Who? Donald Trump.
Who? Yeah, who? Yeah, that's the way.
You
that
know
he can get
as
away
soon
with
as
it.
somebody asks him a question, he gonna say something. That's why I love him to death. That's why I love him, because he ain't gonna change.
Yeah.
He gonna be Donald Trump.
He gonna do that boomer stuff. I know he is. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, have a fantastic night. We'll catch you guys here later with another edition of Double Barrel J's Conservative Nation. You guys take care. Love you, and have a very, very good night. All right? Good night.
King Medic, turn me up.